My apologies to all.
Need to go to the dentist. I saw him today. He was in severe pain.
It's bad when you got toothache. It just,
Oh, yeah.
everything hurts when you got toothache. I need to set the timeout on my screen longer. It goes off all the time.
That's,
I am. Yep, Tim's got 7.
Here we go, guys.
Regular meeting of Washington, Missouri City Council, Monday, August 3rd, 2026, 7 p.m. Bear.
Here.
Briggs.
Here.
Coulter.
Here.
Hydrich. Holtmeyer.
Here.
Patke.
Here.
Pepsel.
Here.
Solentrup. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will all the council members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the council meeting dated August, that's not the right day, July 20th, 2026? Bear.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Coulter.
Yes.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Patke.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Bear, second by Coulter to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda. You have the final payment request for city administrator executive selection process and concert pyrotechnic display for Friday, August 7th, 2026.
Your Honor, is there any way we could get the entire list of those who applied for the city administrator from them? I know there's like 48 that we've never seen. Is that a possibility, or is that something they don't disclose?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Shauna's back there shaking her head no.
Shawnee, you want to answer that question, please? Because I don't know.
We were instructed that was a confidential process and that those wouldn't be released. It dealt with personnel matters. That's the instruction we had
Okay.
from that process.
I can accept that.
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by Briggs, for the agenda. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Priority items, mayor's presentations, appointments and reappointments, Board of Public Works appointment.
Dear council members, I herewith submit for your approval the following for appointment to the Board of Public Works. Colin Mantle, term ending July 2030. He's going to be an advisory member, and he is in the back there. If any of you guys want to ask any questions. Yes, Mike is his name. You guys know him.
No, Dan's his dad.
Shoot, pardon me. You're still related. Yeah, Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike, okay.
Thank you, Colin, for offering to do it. I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Coulter to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Welcome aboard, Colin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And his mom is St. Rose, just so you know.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Jim, you want to do the officers, please?
I can. Good evening, council. I'd like to present two officers to you for their second 6-month reappointment. They both have successfully completed their field training, so they're off of their probation, so that's why we're doing the second 6-month. Officer Lawrence Weefel and Officer Kylie Gailey, they're doing a great job for us.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by Briggs to approve the police department reappointments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That passes.
Special police officer appointments.
Yeah, council, so here again, we have our annual special police officers for the fair. This year, I'm requesting 10. The fair board is well aware of the number of officers as they cover the cost for those officers.
How's that compare? Is 10 what we usually do?
Well,
Seems like it fluctuates.
it depends on the entertainment typically.
Okay.
The year that we were anticipating big crowds, we went with 15.
Okay.
So we've scaled that back for this year. Yep.
Make a motion? Second?
Motion by Patke, second by Barrett to approve the special officers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Citizens' comments?
Folks, if there's anyone in the audience who would like to make comments about anything that is not on our agenda tonight, now's your chance. Okay, thank you.
Report of. Can you come up to the podium, please? Donna, can you state your name and your address?
My name is Donna Woolery. I live at 1007 Jefferson Street, Washington, Missouri. And I did not plan on coming to do this today, just so you know. Since the city did Jefferson Street, it piles up like right on the top of 11th coming down Jefferson Street. I live on the other side of the lady right at the corner of 11th and Jefferson, on the same side as Aldo's and Bad Boys and the VFW. I've been getting a lot of water into my basement and coming down, it comes down the sidewalk and it goes down Miss Sue's driveway and comes straight across her walkway where it goes up to her steps, and it comes back this way. And some water comes, when it pools up, it kind of comes down and it goes a little bit down hers and then comes back this way. And then I also found out, Charles noticed that my neighbor's gutter was kind of low. And so I talked to her son-in-law, he fixed it, but I'm not able to tell whether or not there was much water since then because I wasn't home on some days. And I'm just wondering, is the city responsible for something like that? When when it's coming down making a pool and going into someone's driveway or into their house after doing the sidewalk?
So we have had this discussion before.
Yes.
Along with Charles.
Yes.
And we've looked at the videos, and Charles has been out a couple of times with you as well. And so what it seems to be doing is the water is coming down Jefferson Street like
Onto
it's
the
supposed
sidewalk.
to be.
Onto the sidewalk.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's coming down the road. It's coming down the road, and then it's making, I guess, a right. It's coming down this way, and then it's making that right-hand turn to go down onto the street. So it's doing its job, correct?
Well, can I pass my phone around and show them the videos?
If you want to submit those to me, you are more than welcome to, and I can go ahead and forward those over to council, absolutely.
But you can't show it right now, today?
You have a lot of videos on there, and then some
Well,
of your
it didn't-
videos are like 20 minutes long.
But it didn't take you very long at all to look at the ones I did, and you're like, oh my gosh, where's all this water going into your
I
house?
just said there was a lot of water, but after talking to Charles, like we spoke about, it's doing its job, and we have. put
Well,
a
of course
berm-
he's gonna say that.
We
He's
have
responsible
also,
for it all.
we have also put a berm in to help with the water.
A
and-
berm is dirt, rain melts dirt. Sorry, that is not a fix-it. That's a Band-Aid.
Charles, do you want to come up?
I'm sorry, but
No, you're
that's-
fine.
Well, I'm trying to visualize where the exact sidewalk is. You're saying 1007, so are we talking between here and A Street or on the other side?
It's
On the other
It's on the
side
other
of it.
side, like if you're,
Aldo's.
like
Across
if you're
from Aldo's?
going towards Aldo's, it would be on your right-hand side. There's a house on the corner, like 3 houses down from that corner where Aldo's is.
You're the alderman, right? And I was gonna try to get hold of you too. You too.
Go the other way. that's
Oh,
A Street.
whoops, sorry.
I'm seeing if I can pull up any of the pictures.
And I'm not good at speaking, I'm sorry, but
It's all right, you don't have to be
No,
good
you're
at speaking,
doing-
you're
you're
fine.
doing great,
We're trying to
Donna.
figure out what we want to,
Yeah, so, I mean, what's been happening, we've been working with Donna. It did appear during construction, the way they, had everything tore up, water was getting off the street, going down towards our house. So we've done some things, like you said, put a berm in, try and direct any water that's coming down her neighbor's, driveway. So Aaron, if you go to the left there, and see, so that driveway slopes down, towards their house.
oh, yeah, that
And the water
carport.
must pull right there where your cursor was before, like in their little walkway to their steps.
Over here, and it's coming away.
But from the videos I've seen, I mean, it's hard to be out there during every rain. It looks like a lot of water hits the new ADA ramp. It's hard to picture all this without seeing the new sidewalk that's in there. It hits the ramp, but then it's doing its job. It's coming away from the sidewalk back onto the street. When I've been down there, I've seen everything working. It looks like none of the water that's getting on the side of her house is coming from the street. There's definitely no denying there's water.
and you did see
going down
the, sorry.
No, you're
No,
fine.
you're
And you did see the gutter and
Yeah,
pointed
right.
that out to me.
So she is definitely getting water on the side of her house that's, running down the side of her foundation and getting into her basement. I was just trying to figure out if it's off of the street or if just from her neighbors and runoff. So we've instructed Donna to put in an insurance claim with the city, and we run it
And
through
the issue
insurance process.
And the issue with me on that is I already had 2 claims on my house because I had busted water pipe in '24. I had a leak in the roof in '23. And I just bought this house in '22. And I'm not one of trying to file claims on everything. And I'm just wanting help from what was all happening and trying to figure out a solution for both. Because it piles up a lot right there on the top of 11th Street.
Yeah, definitely.
A
It hits
lot.
that-
It
hits
pulls-
that ADA ramp and
It
just
pulls
sits there.
down all
And then
right
starts
going
working
down.
away, right, flattening out for those ADA ramps. So the water does pool and collect there. Then the sidewalk is sloped towards the street, so that water starts making its way back towards the street.
But it does go back up and goes down it too. And you told me the only way I'm gonna find that out is if I stand in the middle of the sidewalk when it's pouring down and get a video.
Unfortunately, that's the trouble, right? You gotta wait for a big enough rain event that's causing these issues and see what's happening.
We did tell Donna if she wanted to, she could file a claim with the city. She could submit the,
Like I said, on something like that, it's gonna go against mine too. And I don't wanna be responsible for something like
no,
that.
like what we spoke
On my
about
insurance.
last week, was that wouldn't go to your insurance, it would go with us. So I gave you that insurance claim form, asked you to submit the pictures, and I even offered to download the pictures for you and print them out. Then all that information we would send over to the insurance company, and then the insurance company would sign an adjuster. Then the adjuster then would do their investigation. They would contact us and they would contact you. And then based on that information, the adjuster would make a decision on whether the city is liable or not.
Okay, so it don't go on my insurance?
Absolutely not, no.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
okay.
So Chad just made a comment, that's an old picture, so we're not looking at the new construction of the sidewalk and the ADA.
So it's hard to visualize, right? Because that sidewalk was built, basically, we ate up part of the roadway, right? So it's all
Right.
And
in the street.
they gave, I don't know if it was Sherry, I think it was Sherry that gave me, you two's name for, was that you or was that the lady downstairs? I asked her who the aldermans were, and she gave me names. It might have been the lady at the
No,
desk
it wasn't
downstairs.
me.
Or upstairs, wherever I'm at.
So Charles, do you have a solution as you've been looking at it, or is it something you're thinking it's doing what it's supposed to, but she's still getting water in her
From
basement?
what I've seen when I've been out there during the rain event, from the videos that you've shown me, I don't see that any of it's going down and clearly going, towards her house. So I can't see.
Street
it's
water
going
is
off
not.
the Street water. Like I said, we noticed her neighbor's gutter, should all be going to the back. It actually had a break in it, and it was falling off the house and going towards the front, and it had nowhere to go. So that, to me, made sense that water's probably just spilling over and going towards her house. Sounds like they fixed that.
Yeah, he did fix it the next day, but I don't know if it's fixed
We
all the
haven't had a
way.
good rain event since then, right?
Right. Now, I wasn't home. My neighbor said it rained, I think it was Friday.
A little bit, yeah, I don't know that that'd be
But I
enough.
don't think it was
I
enough
think I even
either.
drove through Friday and I didn't see any water pooling up against your house, so.
And I was gonna say something. I talked to Andrew. He's the guy that did the other side of my yard alongside the wood, the rock wall that I shared the driveway with, Trudy Brinker.
He's a
And
landscaper, right?
yeah, he does the dirt, digging dirt, and he did the right side of that, and in the back.
Because you were having issues on the right side of your house right there with
Well, I
water
wasn't having
getting
any.
in your basement, right?
There was water getting in it that when I bought the house, and so I had him pile dirt up on that side of the house and in the back part.
And that seemed
And-
to fix that side, right?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out, but the same day Charles was there, I had Andrew Duncan come to the house, and he was trying to give me a solution, trying to figure out what's best to do. And he recommended doing a curtain drain between, a little bit down from the telephone pole on the other side of the house. Then we go to that side, and I should tell you on there.
Go up the street a little bit. Right there,
And-
on the side of the house.
That telephone pole, a little bit down from there, and go between my property and, well, on my property, but between Miss Sue's house and my house. And he said to put a curtain drain a little bit past the telephone pole down toward my hill, and thinking that would help it. And he said it would probably cost like $2,200 for just the curtain drain alone, not burying the black pipe. That's a totally different issue. He said it'd be about $2,200, I was hoping, since all the water issues, that the city, Sue, and I can pay to all, so it'd be fair to anybody, that it would also still take care of the two issues. So when either place goes to sell later, it's not causing it for the next owners.
If he thinks that a curtain drain between the two houses is gonna solve your problem, then we know it's coming from the neighbor's house, not from the street, because the water's not gonna jump up the street into that curtain drain.
If it's coming off the street, what Donna's trying to say is, you know, is it coming down the neighbor's driveway, then down their little walk right there, and then making its way through
Oh.
the bushes down to the house?
And we can't really see anything what's behind those bushes because it's all growed up and,
If it's coming off the street, that's the only spot that makes sense.
right, and that must make sense to me. But then I have a video that, when I got a video of all the water that Sherry saw, and I got a video of that part, and on the sidewalk is where I was standing, or I was in my car, but you can see part of the sidewalk where it's running with the water right there. And so to me, it's not just the neighbor's gutter, it has to be also coming from up above.
But you're thinking potentially the corner, now that we have an ADA ramp, that's causing the issue from up above. Could be getting on
Yeah,
the
it
sidewalk there.
cools there a little bit more, but it looks like all of it. From when I've seen videos, now I haven't seen every time it rains, you know, so I'm definitely saying it's not impossible.
We'd have to be
What
out,
I've seen, it's not happening.
we'd have to be out there in a big rain event to be able to see it.
Well, and we dealt with this, two houses to the south of Aldo's a couple years ago. Brown and someone next to them, it was actually, jumping their driveway and getting into their carport there. They added the curb higher, so it was more of a step-up curb, so the water stayed off. Again, I don't know, but I'm looking at that driveway into that carport right there. If that's where it's jumping up onto, it almost seems like you need to have a higher curb. I don't know, Charles, you tell.
Yeah, and I asked Miss Sue's son-in-law, his name's Mark, I don't know his last name, if she got water in her basement, and he said, no, we don't get no water at all. But he doesn't want to cooperate or even listen to me when he's seen the video with the water all going into the house. He didn't even say, and I said, well, what are we supposed to do about all this issue? And he said, all I did is mine, I don't have to do anything on that. And I'm just like, wow.
Do we have a recommendation for this lady?
Well, I think we need to go out there and when we have a big rain event and figure out where it's coming from. That's the only thing we can do. Once we figure out what the problem is, we can try to remedy it, but without knowing what the problem is, we don't really have a remedy. Don't you agree?
I totally agree. That's, I mean, we just hit a point in the year where we weren't getting a lot of rain.
Right.
It wasn't at times that people were out there and could take a look at it, so. Doesn't feel good saying wait until we get another rain, but that's kind of all we can do to address the issue. Or go through the insurance process, right, is the other thing.
Well, again, I guess you were concerned that it was gonna cost you on the insurance claim, is that right? But
Yeah.
Sherry, you rest assured that that's not the case.
Correct.
I thought I was gonna have to put in another claim on my insurance.
No, right, that's, would be for the city. So I think you continue with that, and we see, then we have a little more help in determining what the cause is when they look into that, for sure. Charles keeps an eye on it, now that I know it's there.
Yeah, one of us can try
You
to,
guys wanna meet me out there sometime, or?
No, next time it rains, I'll
I
tell
wanna
Chad
be
to
out there
go
when it
look.
rains. Can't see nothing unless it's raining. Figure out where the water's coming from.
Right, and like I said, the picture's old, so we
Yeah.
gotta take into consideration that's a new curb.
Right.
And the ADA ramp above it, all makes a difference. Again, Donna, I'm sorry, we don't have a perfect answer for you, but your complaints are not falling on deaf ears. We're looking into it, and everyone's responded to you. So we'll continue to look into it the best we can.
Okay, thank you.
Donna, you have my number.
Okay.
So just give me a call if you want to come by. We can go over the insurance process together. We can fill out the claim form together, and then we can go ahead and figure out how to get those pictures and stuff off of your phone,
Okay.
and then have them delivered to me, and then I'll send those out. So I'm
All right.
pretty much free for the remainder of the week. So if you want to call and set up
Okay,
an
thank you.
appointment with me, we can do that.
All right, thank you all for listening
All
to
right,
me.
sure.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Report of department heads, Front Street odor control update.
Good evening, council. As we all know, we have had and always have had an ongoing issue with odor down on Front Street. The mayor came to me several weeks ago and kind of asked me to do whatever I could do to try and help eliminate that odor down there. So we evaluated some options, one of them very expensive. And then in the process of evaluating those, I contacted a company that supplies a device called a Titus Twister. Rather interesting, try to say that fast. What it is it's an ozone and air injection device that actually injects air and ozone into wastewater. And what the ozone does is it encapsulates the hydrogen sulfide and doesn't let it aspirate, so it carries it down the line and it removes the odor. We put it in for a week trial. It removed all the odor that I could see. It actually removed it from the lift station. I do believe Mike said that it helped down on his area. So if we want to really try to relieve the odor on Front Street, I think that would be our most viable option to work with. It would cost $107,000 to do, all completely installed and turnkey. There's very little maintenance to this device. It has a air conditioner with a filter, and it has an ozone generator with a filter. That's it. We don't have to put any chemicals with it. There's no monthly fees on it. It's just you buy it and you just maintain it.
What kind of lifespan does it have? I mean, is it?
Well, if it's maintained, they haven't given me a true lifespan on it. I haven't really asked that question, But with this device, if you maintain it, you're going to get 20, 25 years out of it easy. If we do this, we would install it in our brick building that's down there at Front Street, so that it wouldn't be out in any weather or anything. It does make a little bit of a whining noise, so that would help absorb the noise. So I could see it been there for a long time. Now, that is a flood area.
What building are you saying it would be?
The one at the corner of Teeman and
Oh, okay.
front, that little brick
All the
building
way down there, yeah.
Used to have a generator in it years ago, but 93, it got flooded out. So what we're gonna do is, if we do this, we're gonna plan and make that a removable device. So if we ever predict a flood down here like 93, we'll yank it out and then bring it back when it's done, so.
Is it something that runs continuously, or is it you turn it off and?
Runs continuously.
Okay, it's not a turn on when we smell it or
No.
something like that?
Yep.
Okay.
You turn it on and you adjust the ozone so that, because ozone generates its own odor that you gotta watch out for. So you adjust it so that you don't have the ozone odor, and it literally removes the odor. Branson has 8 of them working down in Branson right now. Not that, it just, Branson has 8 of them.
Yeah.
Well, it does seem to be working.
You should start selling some more odor because it hasn't been in there since last Friday.
Yeah. I've been
Now,
out.
I went down there today and drove through as slow as I could and stopped and smelled. I didn't smell anything, but Tim Frankenberg did say he was walking down there Saturday for some walk, and he did smell a little bit of the wastewater odor. So it's gonna come back. It's not,
Way better than it was.
yeah, but it will come back. It's the nature of wastewater, and the odor will come back, and unless we do something with it, so. We do have an option. The other option we had was to put a force main from Stafford Street all the way down to Lafayette on Front Street. That's about $500,000. Then we would have to upgrade Walnut Street lift station to be able to move all that, so we didn't generate a great big odor at Walnut Street. That was about $900,000, so. This is 107, so.
Has that all been slip line ready, that sewer?
No, that line, there's only a part of that line that's been slip line, but that's our main trunk line. Everything from the west end of town comes out. That's half of Washington's wastewater comes this way. So to slip line that, it's really hard to slip line that, so. We got our major parts that were problems that we had, we got all that slip line, but the rest of it's in good, the pipe's in good shape, so, you're looking at several $100s just to slip line.
I just don't wanna be paving Front Street and they have a
Well, we
heavy
won't,
road.
yeah, I'm not worried about the sewer on Front Street. If we notice anything, we'll come in and slip line that, but, we'll put money into that. But right now, the sewer line on Front Street, from where we stopped slip lining and replacing pipe, west is all in good shape. It's in really good shape, so.
Is that cast on still?
No, it's all clay, but there's very little cracks, and we was able to televise all of it. But it's got very little cracks in it. It's good solid pipe, so I'm not too worried about that on that side of it.
Kevin, would you anticipate presenting us with put-in date, if you would, how much and all that?
Well, if you would like, I can have it for the next council meeting. I already have the proposal. All I have to do is write up a letter and an ordinance, and we could purchase it. It would be a 5 to 7 week delivery time.
Okay. Guys?
We need to get rid of Stinky.
Well, we do, it's just a matter of where the money comes from, where it's budgeted from. That's
Right, that's what I was thinking. We gotta go with Tammy and see.
right.
We
I don't
did,
know where-
we
did.
we've had,
Okay.
There is
Discussions.
funding,
Yes.
funding for
Yep.
this, so I just don't want to say it right now. There is
Absolutely.
funding for it.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
right, you're welcome.
Thanks, Kev.
So I will proceed and bring it to you guys in the next council meeting.
thank you, Kevin.
Perfect.
Waste Connections trash recycling collection schedule changes.
Good evening, council. I have Phil with Waste Connections here. He's gonna go over their proposal for changes to our waste collection route.
Evening. So currently, what we're looking at doing is doing something called block scheduling. Kind of go through, currently you guys are picked up 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then recycling is picked up on the first and third week of the month. And then you guys also have 2 bulky collected on the last week of trash service. So whatever your last week is on that collection is when the bulk items get picked up. What we're looking at doing is to, I'll kind of explain some reasoning behind it, but We're looking at doing all the city in one day, okay? So what that would look like is on Tuesdays, we would have all the trucks go out, pick the different areas, and then the recycling would go on an alternating every other week service, which would be an A week, B week service. Looking at the numbers, dividing line would be Highway 47. So east of Highway 47 would be on one week, west of Highway 7 would be on a different week. But it would alternate back and forth. So a couple things that alleviates. I'll give you an example. The month of July, there's 3 weeks where recycling's picked on the first, then it's picked on the third week, but then there's 3 weeks in between the next pickup. That happens in July. It also is going to happen in December. So it alleviates that, so you're actually getting more pickups per year. And also, what we do is pick up the bulk actually every other week on that same schedule. So we'd have one bulk item they can put out on their recycling day in order to get the 2 bulk items per month. All in all, if somebody put a bulk item each week, they'd end up getting the extra bulk item a year too. What does it do for us? One of the biggest things it does is, this is a long ways away from all the other areas that we service. So if our truck happens to break down here, which has happened, these trucks get abused, in order to get help to that person to finish a route, in order to get a mechanic here, let's say a mechanic was in Festus, let's say, working over there, for him to get over here, I mean, we were 2-3 hours before they can get there. Now the route's way behind. There's no way he can catch up. Now we have to call the city and say, hey, we got these 2 subdivisions we're not going to get to today. We're going to have to push them off, right? Just because of, So what this alleviates is that having all the trucks there, we're able to, make up for that by having those trucks. 4 of the other guys can go up and help to finish whatever route that went down. The other part it is right now, stops get missed, people forget to put their trash out for whatever reason, it happens. So in order to make that an easy too, Thursday would then be the pickup day for that. So if they call in by Wednesday close of business, we'll have a work order put in and we can actually go out there and pick it up. Okay, so then everybody knows exactly what their pickup day is. For go back, so there's not this confusion on which day will you be able to go service it. Or the other nice thing about it is when we have holidays, it makes it a lot easier to communicate that. So it's pretty simple. If you're picked up on Tuesday and we have a holiday that lands on a Monday, which there's not a whole bunch of them, there's a couple, just pushes them back to Wednesday. And then it would pick that go back day would be pushed off till Friday. What that alleviates too is no Saturday pickups. I know people like to sleep in on Saturdays, so that's kind of nice, right? You don't have to listen to a garbage truck at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then if there's any type of storm event, anything that delays it, it just makes the communication that much easier. Instead of having to try to shuffle 5 days of trash, we only have to shovel 1. I know sometimes too, the city staff ends up getting a lot of calls about trash all during the week. This kind of takes care of that too. It would be 1 day of those calls, but then after that, it's smooth sailing for the rest of the time. So, yeah. So, I guess that's kind of the big picture of it all.
Well, I would like to see if we do this is, I know we're gonna put it on Facebook, we're gonna put it in our bills and all that stuff, but on your end, if we could make up some kind of flyer that will stick onto your trash cans, because a lot of people don't read the paper, don't go on the computer, some of the older folks don't get the paper anymore, so get the information out there as quick as we can, all the month of August maybe, just whenever you can get that together. That's what my feeling is, because everybody's used to what they're doing now.
Exactly.
And you know how long it took to get them used to that.
Right.
And now we're gonna change again, so.
And one of the nice things about it is we're understanding of that, so when we do make changes like this, we already have a plan in place to know for at least a month after the change happens, we're gonna be doing a lot of go-backs. So we will end up having people go out there. One of the things we're gonna do is be door hanging those carts. So if a person is not out, and we see the trash is full up there, I've already instructed our drivers, we're gonna have a couple extra drivers while we transition to go up and just grab that trash can, pull it down, and put a door hanger on it and say, hey, new service day Tuesday. The other thing we do is if we have phone numbers for the residents, we'll be doing a call blast. We have the ability to do a blanket call. We'll do that, we can do that a couple different times. We do it a week before, 2 weeks before. I'm also looking at, right now, also doing a mailer within the first couple weeks of the change. That'll just be almost like a postcard. That'll say, hey, change is coming, this is what's gonna happen, and it'll put that on there. So, I think all in all, it'll make a lot better service. The other thing we're doing too is I'm transitioning everything over to a tablet system. So it'll make the routes actually on a tablet, so we'll have real-time information of whether or not a stop was out, whether or not it was picked. If there are any concerns as far as recycling, if stuff's contaminated, we can take pictures of that contamination, make sure it's in that account. So if a customer calls us, instead of calling the city, our CSRs can pull that up and say, yep, I can email you the picture right now and kind of show you what that is. So,
That's great. If we can do all that, I think we'll be good.
yeah, it's a long time coming.
When we met last week, we talked about doing a PSA, and then also talked about doing a code red out to everyone, along with doing the utility bill mailing, and then putting it on the website, and then doing a thrill share post
All right.
as well. So,
Sounds good.
besides the door hangers.
I'm interested in what's your overcapacity gonna be on Tuesday, because if we do have a truck or two go down, which you know happens.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like Monday's a lot has happened, and I'm only saying that because Ward 1 has pickup on Mondays, and I get to hear that. I'm interested to know how much you think you can make up. If you have a truck go down, you're saying you're gonna have more capacity now. Is it enough that if 2 trucks go down, you can get to it, or are we looking at
Yep.
2 days before those get picked up, or?
Yeah, the nice thing is that, let's say a truck does go down, we have a mechanic come out. We'll just have the mechanic put a tent up in one of the parking lots and just hang out until the routes are done. But ultimately, that mechanic will already be here, so he can
I
fix
guess
that.
my question is, are you planning overcapacity into this,
Yeah.
or are we getting, okay.
So on average, when we break it down, on average, if there's, let's say a truck breaks down, he can't get to 300 of his stops, okay? And we have 5 other trucks there, they each have to pick 50 stops. That's gonna take approximately an extra half an hour of each one of those guys, and that's already in there.
That's-
If 2 trucks go down, we can easily make up for the 100, so. It'll eliminate except for snow events.
When all of them will be a day later or 2 days later.
Exactly, and that's easy, now you don't have to, people have to go, well, I'm picked on Tuesday, so it's gonna be Wednesday, you know what I mean? And all the way through the whole week, it's just a simple, you know,
And just to understand the holiday thing, it's only if the holiday would fall on a Tuesday.
a Monday or a Tuesday. Yep,
So every Memorial Day and Labor Day pushes back to
yep.
Wednesday.
Which currently, every, Memorial, Labor Day, it pushes all 5 days back, but that would be
I
the
was
only
thinking
thing.
you were picking Tuesday to come because there's a lot of Monday holidays, so.
No, the only reason for that was, because of the size of the city and the growth of the city. It makes it a lot easier for a Tuesday, because then it gives us time to be able to come back on a Thursday where we're gonna put one of the smaller cities on a Thursday, so that we have that manpower to come back and do any missed picks, which, once this is going and we get going at this, I feel there won't be as many missed picks as there is now, ultimately, so.
Okay.
I think to Joe's point, it was just, we just got through changing everybody. The ironic part is, when I read it, I already did it on Tuesday, so Tuesday's great for me.
Me too.
So I didn't look at that as a problem, but, yeah, just, again, the public service announcement that we get, the word out to people, and it sounds like you're already ahead of the game on that, and the willingness to make it work is probably what we need to do, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't see a negative, other than, just a change again, so.
Other comments or questions, guys? Do we need an approval?
Yes.
Take a motion.
Motion approved.
Motion by Pat Gay, who seconded? Anybody? Holtmeyer, second. Further discussion?
Just a note, this will require an amendment to the contract for the
Thank you.
bulk collection, just so you're aware. That's the only thing that actually spelled out in the contract, that it was gonna be picked up on the last week of the collection. So we'll have to get that amended. I guess at the next
Yeah.
council meeting. So,
Yeah, we'll have that at the August 17th meeting for you to vote on.
All right, we got a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
All right. Bill, we'll be in touch and we'll start working on the flyers and all the information.
Thank you guys very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ordinances and resolutions, an ordinance of the City of Washington, Missouri to establish a procedure to disclose potential conflicts of interest and substantial interest for certain municipal officials. So,
Introduced by Bayer.
thank you. So basically what this is just our annual ordinance that we do with the conflict of interest.
Questions, discussion? Second reading, please.
An ordinance of the City of Washington, Missouri to establish a procedure to disclose potential conflicts of interest and substantial interest for certain municipal officials. Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Petke,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7A passes. B, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a supplemental agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and HDR Engineering, Inc. for construction engineering services for the Jefferson Street roadway and ADA compliance project.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
This is essentially a no-cost change order just to extend the timeframe of the contract that we had with HDR, who was our consultant on Jefferson, since the project went a little longer, waiting for grass to grow out there this spring, so.
Questions, discussion? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a supplemental agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and HDR Engineering, Inc. for construction engineering services for the Jefferson Street roadway and ADA compliance project. Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7B passes. C, please.
An ordinance amending the 2025-2026 budget of the City of Washington, Missouri. I need someone to, thank you.
Introduced by Patke. By Laurie.
Good evening. So if you've been down to the riverfront, you've seen the project happening, you'll see that there's new exposed aggregate concrete sidewalks that were installed in several locations. Not all of the locations were finished, and that was because of budget restraints. So some of the sidewalks and some of the pads were not. So you'll see some old sidewalk, some new sidewalk. We spoke with Mark Tobin, and he was interested in doing something to see the sidewalks be completed so that they look seamless and we can present a pretty picture, basically, to the community. He's offered to contribute up to $40,000 towards the project. He would like the work to be completed before the ribbon cutting ceremony at the next at the sunset scheduled for September 24th. And like always, we went out and received 3 competitive bids for the project. We got 3 bids back, one from Curb Appeal Landscapes, one from Albert Earthworks, and one from KJU. After reviewing those bids, we would like to recommend awarding the agreement to Curb Appeal Landscapes in the amount of $39,712, which was the lowest bidder for the project. And that will cover all the work that we need to do to make sure that those sidewalks all look uniform. So attached, you'll see a consideration for the ordinance amending the 25-26 budget. I also want to note that $40,000 would be an increase to the general fund for the Flag Plaza sidewalk project. Mark will be funding that $40,000 out of the initial $200,000 that he donated to the city, and none of that money will come out of the charitable foundation.
That will cover all of it now, then we're
Yeah.
done down there then?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this sidewalk that we just poured, and we're gonna take it out and put in?
No. So we have
this is
poured some
taken-
sidewalk, but if you walk down there, you'll see that there's some old, some new, and the old is kind of roughed up and It's old.
This is replacing the old aggregate concrete?
Yes, the
Okay.
old and some of the pads that are down there that are still old.
My main question is why it wasn't originally part of the project, but we thought we could save this, and now we're looking at it, it would look better, is that right?
Well, I mean, we knew that we were way up there with budget, so that was one of the ways that we could help save a little bit of money, and that was to keep some of the sidewalk there.
Okay.
Other questions or comments, guys?
Thank you to Mark.
Yeah, I hope we're doing the right thing and continue to ask him for these improvements, it's what he wants to do, I know, but
This when we talked, he wanted to do it just to make sure everything,
right, and that's
Was
great,
look- was
again, to
looking-
Al's point, thanks to Mark, I
Absolutely.
appreciate that, just hope we're not,
yeah, I mean, it was his idea, and he wanted it completed.
Okay.
So,
again, when I first read it, I thought it was the concrete we just poured.
No.
And we're taking out and putting in, I'm like, come on.
No.
We should have done a better job from the start, but if this is just replacing old to make it better, then I guess I understand, so.
Yeah, if you go down there and walk down there, you'll see the difference.
Yeah, I have, and I know what you're talking about now,
Yeah.
so.
Further comments or questions, guys? Thank you.
thank you,
Second
Lori.
reading, please.
An ordinance amending the 2025-2026 budget of the city of Washington, Missouri. Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Packey,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7C passes.
Your Honor, can I just make,
Absolutely.
Lori, they said we wanted it done before September, ribbon cutting, and all these bids are to have that done by that time?
Yes.
Okay, that was one of, not a specific in the bid process, but
Yeah,
it is, okay?
yes. We told them that we wanted it done by that time.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
short notice, but thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
8A, please.
Commission, committee, and board reports. An ordinance approving the final plat of Stonebridge Plat 9 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Good evening, council. This is,
Someone needs to introduce the ordinance.
Sure. Patke.
You?
Introduced by Pat.
good evening, council. This is the final plat approval of the final phase of the Stonebridge development there, just south of Foxcrest. We got a 48 lot subdivision here, 3 cul-de-sacs, and finally connecting Foxcrest and Beaker Road here. This was preliminary platted in March of 2025, and they've completed the minimum improvements and are asking for a final plat. So,
That road is built, if you guys haven't been up there, it's pretty cool.
And the slope from 10 to 12%, all that was settled, is that right?
yeah, I believe it's 10. So,
Yeah.
that's.
No further comments or questions? Okay. Second reading.
An ordinance approving the final plat of Stonebridge Plat 9 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Packey,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 8A passes. B, please.
An ordinance providing approval and acceptance of minimum improvements for maintenance for Stonebridge Plat 9, Phase 5 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
So this is just the minimum improvements for Stonebridge Plat 9, Phase 5.
Okay. Questions or comments, guys? Anyone? Okay. Second reading, Sherry.
An ordinance providing approval and acceptance of minimum improvements for maintenance for Stonebridge Plat 9, Phase 5 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Patkey,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 8B passes.
Mayor's report.
Let's see, gang, first, there's a special council meeting for Monday, August 24th, to set the tax levy. That's something that we do every year.
I will be out of town, Your Honor.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. And next, the first council meeting in September will be Tuesday, September 8th, due to Labor Day holiday. And And Jeff, I will be out of town for that one, so if you could do your interim, or the
Sure.
thing there. And also, AIB was there last week, you guys, the American in Bloom, and they had 2 judges come. And one of the judges, if you guys met him, Douglas, he's the guy with the big white beard, he and his wife decided to stay 3 or 4 days more. And so Saturday they went, you know, he's from Tennessee, and he is from an area where it's along the Whiskey Brew Trail or whatever it is in Tennessee. I don't know. But they took a tour up to New Haven for Pinckney Bend. And then they were sitting on a park bench just waiting for our parade yesterday. So I sat down and talked with him, and he says, "Doug, you know how lucky you are to be mayor of this town?" I go, "Yeah, I do." And then he wrote this: "Dear Mayor and Council, Douglas and I would like to thank you for your continued support of Washington involvement, in the AIB program. Washington is definitely one of our biggest success stories. We greatly appreciate all the time and effort your great staff put in our visit. We hope you continue to see the value and the level of participation continues as it is. Keep up the great work. All your best, judges." So,
Nice.
yeah, it's nice to get some positive feedback.
Yeah, he was a great guy. They toured Impact too. We were part of the AIB, just with the new activities area that we have, and yeah, they were great and very appreciative, and couldn't say enough good things about Washington, for sure.
We're all lucky, you guys, quite frankly. Oh, gosh, yes. And especially Laurie, Chad, Charles, and Parks, all of your staff. That's a direct reflection of what you do. So, thank you, guys.
Is that it?
Thank you.
Interim city administrators report. There'll be the budget workshop Monday, August 17th, 6 p.m. Tammy and I are finalizing all of the budget highlights now, and we will be ready to present those to you on the 17th. Council comments.
I know, Mark, you were part of the discussion last week, Thursday, with the county commissioners and our intergovernmental agreement. I know the mayor was there and a few others. Charles was there. Is there anything you can add to the current situation and anything else we need to worry about here and what we should do to be notified when they do discuss that?
I think Doug's request, the last I remember Doug's request was not to make any decision until the next public meeting, whatever it's called, which is August the 18th, I think.
Yes.
So they are not going to take any action at least until after August the 18th.
And is it an action with just our agreement with Washington or the entire 47 project?
Your guess is as good as
Okay.
mine.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Election day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a good fair.
Fair this week.
That's right.
Is that coming up?
Okay, so we are going to have an executive session, city attorney's report, public vote on whether or not to host a closed meeting to discuss personnel, legal, and real estate matters pursuant to section 610.021 RSMO 2000. Briggs?
Yes.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Coulter?
Yes.
Patke?
Yes.
Papsel?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.
By your vote, we're in executive session.